In this video, I'll demonstrate how you can begin protecting your virtual environment with PHP Virtual Backup by creating a backup job. I'll start in the PHP console and click Backup. From here I can launch the backup wizard using the link provided. When the backup wizard opens, I'm presented with a view of my virtual environment. Here I can select the VMs I'd like to back up. If I expand the VM, I can see all of its virtual disks. I can choose to exclude individual disks or even VMs from what I've selected. At the next step, I'll select the PHP Virtual Backup appliance I want to use to perform the job. The selected appliance's details are displayed. The appliance determines where the VM backups will be stored based on the configured backup data store. At the mode step, I can choose the type of backup to create. Virtual full backups provide fast backups and restores and are ideal for backing up to attached disk storage on the VBA. Full incremental backups are recommended for backing up to network storage like CIFS shares or when using deduplication storage devices. In addition, full incremental backups make archiving your backup files even easier. If you select a full incremental backup, you'll also need to select when to run the full at the next step. Since I'm using attached disk storage, I'll select Virtual Full and click Next. The Schedule step lets me define when my backup will run. I can run the backup right away, later at a specified time, or I can create a recurring daily or weekly job. I'm going to create a daily job that runs at 10 p.m. every night. I'll leave the other settings, Do Not Start After and Recurs, set to their defaults. Do Not Start After indicates the end of the backup window. For example, if I had a very large job that took a very long time to complete, I could set it to never start after 6 a.m. to ensure the job did not overlap with normal production hours. Using the Recurs option, I could set the job to run every other day or every few days if needed. At the Options step, I can name the backup job and set my backup options. The Verify options determine the level of verification to use during the backup. For full incremental backups, the Quick option is enabled by default. I can also select to backup VMs that are powered off, or automatically set the backup as archived, so it's never deleted. Since I'm currently running PHP Virtual Backup for VMware vSphere, I have the additional option to enable change block tracking. Enabling this feature instructs PHP Virtual Backup to use the VMware vSphere API to keep track of only the disk sectors that have changed between backups. Instead of reading the entire VMDK each time to discover changes, only the change blocks are read to establish backups, saving significant time in the process. If I was creating a job for a Citrix Xen server, the change block tracking option would not be available. Instead, an additional option to ignore skips on VMs would be displayed. That option would let me override any skip tags that I had added to any of my VMs within Xen Center. The VM Processing Options step includes the Application Aware options available. Quiesce ensures an application-consistent backup for VMs running VSS-aware applications. If the PHP guest tools are installed on my guest VMs, they'd be used to initiate this process. In addition, if using the PHP guest tools, I can enable log truncation for VMs running Microsoft Exchange. Finally, I can run any custom scripts or commands by enabling this option. Additional details about the available application-aware options, including how to install the PHP guest tools, are included in the product documentation. The Summary step displays the information about the backup job. I can see the total size and the appliance that will be used. I'll click Submit, then Finish to close the wizard. The PHP console opens to the Jobs area and displays the new job I created. My new job won't begin until 10 p.m. tonight, but I'll select the job and click Start to begin it right now. When the job starts to run, I'll double-click the job name to display additional details. These show the progress for each individual disk, as well as when the job was started and the deduplication ratio. When the job is complete, it's logged in the History tab. All of my VM backups are now displayed in the backup catalog. And each night at 10 p.m., the job will run and create a new backup for each VM. For more information about PhD Virtual Backup, visit the PhD Virtual website at www.phdvirtual.com.